This is the Lockpicking Lawyer. I just got a great package from Joshua out in Arizona. Lots of interesting locks here, so let me take you through what he sent. First, we have a Best small format interchangeable core lock. Doesn't look like much until you take the key out and look at the keyway. That is the WB keyway, and it's one of the worst you'll find anywhere. I only have one lock that has anything even close to it, and that's this one that Red Eye Locksport sent me a while ago. I've been trying to pick it with absolutely no luck at all. So I suspect this WB will be giving me similar problems, but I'm going to give it a shot. Next, we have an American padlock. I'm not familiar with this model. I haven't come across it before, but if you know what model number it is, please put that in the comments. Next, we have a Corbin master ring mortise cylinder. And what's so interesting about this, other than the master ring, is the size. It is huge compared to a normal mortise cylinder. Never seen one this size before. I've seen the full mogul and I've seen the standard size, but not this. Looks like it has a pretty nice keyway. Between that and the dual shear lines, I suspect that'll be a challenge. Next, we have a Tessa half mortise cylinder. Interesting spacing on those pins. Looks like they put them apart further than most others. Next, we have a Fichette core. And for those of you who aren't familiar with these things, it looks like a 10 lever dual sidebar lock. Absolutely wild looking key. I'm gonna have to make a housing for this, but it should be a lot of fun to pick if I can once I get it operational. Next, we have a Draper 46mm solid steel shrouded shackle padlock. I've been looking to get one of these for a while, but couldn't bring myself to pay the prices I see on eBay, so now I have one. Thank you, Joshua. And then finally, we have a very old Chicago Lock Company padlock with an Ace core, not Ace 2, it's the original Ace. So, what are we gonna pick here? Well, I've had my eye on these Drapers for a while, so why don't we do that? Well, I've had my eye on it, and it's the one I think I can pick from the group. Let's use a 50 thousandths pry bar. And yeah, that fits nicely up there. And a number 1 hook in 18 thousandths. Okay, let's dig in. 1's loose, 2's loose. Click out of 3, nothing on 4. Couple clicks out of 5, nothing on 6, back to 1. Okay, went to a false set on 1, counter rotation on 2, got him set, counter rotation on 3, and there we go, got him set, counter rotation on 4, and we are open. So, not too tough a pick. Felt like there was quite a few spools in here. Let's take it apart and see what's inside. Okay, let's see, Phillips screwdriver, and that is there we go. Okay, we got the core out. Looks like what you might see in a Schlage padlock, and this incidentally looks like it could be made by Schlage. And I say that for a couple reasons. First, this band right here would normally have a plastic bumper, I guess you'd call them, around it, and that's a hallmark of a lot of the locks that Schlage is making. They make them for a couple different companies. They make them for Kryptonite. I've seen Sesames, I've seen Schlage branded ones, and it looks like the Drapers are the same. In addition, they tend to have these American lock keyways, but with the master lock top tailpiece. So that's another hallmark of these Schlage made locks. And let's see, why isn't this coming out? Something's odd here. Let's see, is there a crimp somewhere? Let's turn it all the way upside down, see if that makes a difference. And it does. Maybe. Okay, we're going to have to do a reverse gutting. I think that's the only way that's going to work out. So let's get these driver pins out. Okay, looks like number 6 is a spool. 5's a spool. 4 is a spool. 3 is a spool. 2 is a spool. And 1 is a standard, looks like a steel anti-drill pin. Okay, then looking at these key pins, let's dump these out. 1 is a serrated steel pin, 2 is serrated brass, 3 is a standard brass, 4 is standard brass, 5 is serrated brass, and 6 is serrated brass. And let's look carefully at that core. Doesn't look like we have any sort of counter milling or anything like that on it. Let me focus. No, nothing like that in it. Okay, so let's get these pins arranged for you. Okay, before I give you a close-up of these pins, just one comment about this lock. It's a nice lock, absolutely really nice construction, solid steel, heavy, beefy, molybdenum alloy shackle, not a bad core, full of security pins. My only complaint about this is the price point. If you look on eBay, these locks easily go $60, $70 and up for a 46mm shrouded shackle padlock. Now, I have more than a couple of 50mm shrouded shackle padlocks, and every single brand here, running from Master to American to Brinks, Yale, Stanley, they all are well under half that price, or at least half that price. None of them are more than, let's say, $35. So I don't know where they get the price point for these locks or if people are buying them, but they just seem fantastically expensive for what you're getting. Not a bad lock, I'm not saying that at all, just a lot of money for what you get. Let's give you a close-up of these pins now. Okay, as I said before, we have 5 spool pins, drivers. The only standard is in slot 1, and that's a steel anti-drill pin. Then it looks like we have a lot of serrated key pins. Number 1, 2, 5, and 6 are serrated. Number 3 and 4 are brass standard pins. Probably not serrated because it would be impossible for any serration to go into effect given how high a cut they are. In addition, number 1 is a steel anti-drill pin for the key pin as well. So that's all I have for you on this Draper 46mm shrouded shackle padlock. Joshua, thanks again for sending all these great locks to me. To everyone else, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.